Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Commander Jorval, and welcome to episode 12 of our Baldur's Gate 3 Ranger gameplay, where we walk through playing as a ranger through patch 8 of Baldur's Gate 3 in early access. Welcome to everybody on the stream. Certainly appreciate y'all being here. And as far as announcements go, I think we're pretty much caught up. Still have some symptoms left over from COVID. I've got long COVID, so it's going to be sticking with me for a while. So if I need to cough or go on mute to do a couple of those things during the stream, do apologize. I'll try and keep it to a minimum. But without further ado, I think we're going to jump right back in where we left off last week. Last week, we did some really cool things, and we ended up back at the Sacred Grove, and we confronted Kagha at the end of the stream. And we've now taken care of that situation, and the refugees are free to stay in the Grove. And I told you at the end of last stream that I was going to take care of just a couple of things off stream, and I did. That was really just clearing out the inventory, selling items and that sort of stuff that I don't need to carry around with me anymore. And today we are going to take a long rest to start off the stream and get our hit points back and our spells back, and then we are going to head over to the Goblin Camp. This is a large area. There's a lot to do in it. A lot of side quests that can be brought up and had and dealt with in the Goblin Camp. So I don't know if we're going to be able to complete everything in the Goblin Camp today on stream. We'll see. We will be able to move quite a ways through it, but I just don't know if we'll be able to complete everything in it today. We may have to end up stopping at a certain point and picking up with it later on, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So without, like I say, without anything else to say, let's go ahead and jump in right where we were, and we'll get our long rest out of the way. We'll go through our inventory just very quickly, just to show you what I'm carrying. Maybe move a couple of things around in preparation for the camp. But not a whole lot really to do there, I don't think. Okay, so here we are. Just a quick rundown through our inventories. Nothing has changed other than cleaned out a bunch of ancillary items. We're still carrying Second Marriage. We're still carrying the Staff of Crones. We haven't moved that to anybody at this point. We're still carrying a bunch of other items over here, which I think probably off stream I'm going to be getting rid of some of these. We're going to be picking up a bunch of things inside the Goblin Camp today, which are going to be quite useful to us. So but other than that, nothing really out of the ordinary. Let's go ahead and get our long rest taken care of. Okay. And you can see that Larian has something that he wants. Nobody else has any dialogue options at this point. So we'll just go ahead and talk to Larian.
There you are! My friend. Are you now? Don't make promises you can't keep, darling. Thankfully, I've had my needs met this evening. I found a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. So's any meal worth having. It's nothing compared to, well, other things I could be dining on, but significantly better than the rats and bugs Cazador served me. It was exactly as appetizing as you'd think. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again. Exactly. I can be better than him. Stronger. More powerful. More... Oh. You meant be kinder. Pet bunnies, that sort of thing. I've no objection to being nice, of course. Once I have the power to bend others to my will. Well, yes. You can't look at the world and tell me I'm wrong. Oh, I hope so. A little corruption sounds fun. I spent centuries as the victim of a corrupt man. It was the mind flayers that plucked me away from that. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm embracing this power. You should too.
Well, Astarion obviously has one thing on his mind, and that is the only thing on his mind. He's pretty caught up in himself, and that's a very apt summation of Astarion throughout the playthrough. So let me get my supplies here and we'll go ahead and get our rest done. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, plus 18 is 30, plus 36, 7, 38, 39, 40. Okay. Should be good. There's nothing else to do here yet. You will want to talk to the dog at some point. So we're going to remove the good berry, put the treat back in it, and we should be good. But I don't have speak with animals on right now. So I'm going to skip it until another long rest. It's just another interesting interaction. The dog in your camp. Okay, so everything's full up again. So let's go ahead and head out. Now, going to the Goblin Camp, we do not want to have Will with us unless you're planning on going in guns blazing. The goblins know who Will is, and if he's present in the party, things are going to go very badly very fast. We're not concentrating on Will in this playthrough anyway, so it's not an issue for us, but just to let everybody know who might have Will in their party that you might want to consider leaving him behind. Unless, like I say, you're just planning to go in and ruin everything right off the bat. So we're going to head to the Blighted Village and head right over this way toward the Goblin Camp. Now, as we kind of explored, there is a back way into the Goblin Camp. Heading around this way, heading across the log over here. You again, if you're going in with the intent just to kill everything, you can go in that way. Otherwise, you come in the front door and things can remain somewhat amicable anyway. So we've got 2 new journal updates. I guess it's a good idea to clear out our journal here anyway. So we did complete investigating Kagha. Now we're going to have to search for the leaders in the Goblin Camp. And this is Will's quest here. And again, having him along is just going to turn it into a bloodbath. You can complete this without him being in the party, so to speak, at least through most of it. So, okay, so I did pass a perception check and it highlighted these war drums. These are very important. Whenever you see one, you want to put yourself in a position that you're not seen and you want to destroy them, because if you get into a fight situation, the goblins will run toward them and make everybody else hostile, as well as summoning reinforcements. So
Look it, Claw. Sapper's here. Unless you got another reason to be here. Fexite.
Let's try to be diplomatic, shall we? Goblins don't come by the handfuls, but by the dozens.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
okay, and we are going to go in here not swinging our swords to start with. And the easiest way by far is to use your elithid power to control the goblins. Now, the more you utilize this, and I haven't actually done it myself, so I can't verify it, but I'm sure the more you utilize this tadpole power, the more negative effects you're going to get out of it. So I tend not to use it unless I just don't have any other choice. In this case, we have a bunch of other options here to be able to get past this encounter. So I'm going to focus on this one because I have a lot of modifiers here to help boost the skill check. So it's only 5. I've got +6, -1 from intelligence. The only way I can fail this is on a natural 1.
How'd you know? Dumb as a rock, but world class at tearing the throats out of wee ones, she is. Rest of her litter's inside in the pens. Beautiful beasts. Course. Ripped out 3 bellies on our last raid alone. Be a shame if you came all this way without having a look. But I can't let you pass just like that. Celebrating a raid we are. You'll need to wear our war colours. Nice to have this across the mug. Ought to do it.
Okay, so I think I've run through all of the options here, and I don't think there's any way to peacefully get in here without actually going through with this. All of these options about flinging dung at them institute combat, so I think you just have to do it and get it over with.
Whatever calls you.
So again, flinging the dung is definitely going to give you combat here, so just gonna do it.
I can't believe you did it! You stupid idiot! Go on, mate. Enjoy the festivities. You earned it. Depends who you are. We're celebrating a raid. No better time in camp than this. Get yourself a bit of fun before it dries up. Rip the guts out of Joaquin's rest, we did. Inns are good for gutting. Lads even captured some Duke. Worth celebrating, that is.
I'd rather have a second tadpole than do that.
Next time.
Okay, so was ugly, but again, it is what it is. Here is another way to get around the backside of this camp. You do want to be, and this is what leads you in through from this area over here, coming across the back way. Again, just like previous, you do have to be careful because there are mines up here.
Looks like a trap there.
Oof. Almost ran into that.
Speak.
Whoops. Okay, so there's no real reason to go in this way. You can kind of see the highlighted areas where these mines are.
Trap.
Okay.
Be cautious.
But there's no real reason to go around this way. You can actually get in this way from the camp. The only reason you would want to go this way is if you're trying to sneak into the camp. For instance, if you have Will in your party and that sort of stuff. But since we don't, we're not trying to do that. We have free reign of the camp now. So we're going to go exploring a little bit. So there is this area down here. Come down and see. Nothing down here, but you can come over this way. You can jump over here. And this is just another way to get over here. You can certainly get over this way through the camp itself. But
Hear my voice. Obey my command. The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger, and turned against you. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me.
Pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
The voice is gone. Muted by this Gith relic. Why does a half-elf carry it?
okay, so interesting.
I think that was the Absolute speaking to us. But we managed to shield ourselves. We should keep moving. I don't know. Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost. Because it was our mission to retrieve it. Me and the others. I'm the only one who made it.
Okay, so interesting interaction there. Learn a little bit more about the artifact and the Absolute in general. This way leads you over to, obviously, the Goblin Camp proper. We're gonna finish doing some exploring over here on this side, though. Replenish some of our camp supplies here. And this way is just the gate, back the way that we came. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to move up here and we're going to split the group, and I'm going to move my ranger just through this area over here.
Stop fidgeting.
And I'm going to hide. Okay, so I don't have any detection cones. Now I'm gonna shoot this war drum. Okay. Just remove it from the playing field entirely, so something does trigger. Then we're not dealing with a whole bunch of reinforcements anyway. So put the group back together. We can head around this way, and you'll be able to see this is that secret way through again that we were talking about earlier. There are more traps up here, so you want to be careful with how far up you go.
Where's the rest of the lads at? Moaning if it's true. Probably getting curled out their cranks.
Okay, most of these chests over here are going to be marked as steel.
Ha! All that got you wearing our colours, did he?
Yes, he did.
Tribe? Tribe!
And the Knoll gnawed her arm clean off. So much for the flaming fist, eh? You ain't here? We sacked Joaquin's Rest and left it to burn. Drow flinging magic, Knoll snapping off heads. Inn's nothing but a pile of ash by now. Glorious. Bunch of prisoners got towed to Moonrise. City snobs mostly. But the Flaming Fist? Pile of smoking corpses. You ain't know the broken road? Nah. I'll tell you real slow like, so you don't miss it. North.
Alright, simple enough.
Looking at a future true soul, you are. Boss Ragslin says I'm next in line.
Interesting. So there is a way heading back up here. But I'll just walk you through it here. Okay, so that perception failed. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right.
That might be worth a look.
We got somebody who managed to perceive the dirt mound. Okay, nothing much in here. Okay, and there is a way to the mountain pass. This just basically lets you know that this is not available on early access. We're basically here. This mountain pass can lead you through these things here. This is Joaquin's Rest. This is the Toll House. There's the Grove. There's the Temple. This is the Blighted Village. This is the Goblin Camp. This is the Ravaged Shore and the Nautiloid. All areas that we've been to and have unlocked. And coming out of Joaquin's Rest, you can cross through here. This is the encounter that we avoided with the Githyanki Patrol. That opens up this same pathway here. As well as now coming through the back of the Goblin's Camp, you can enter into this same pathway to get over here. This is obviously towards Baldur's Gate here. So this road probably leads and connects into here, lead us to Baldur's Gate. We just don't have access to that in the early access yet. So for now, all we can do is turn around and head back. Nothing big. So we'll just head back this way. We'll finish doing some exploring out here, and then we'll head over to the Goblin Camp itself. Okay, so everything's unlocked over on this side. So now we're going to head to the Goblin Camp. And you will want to save before you go in here. Like I say, there's a lot of things happening in the Goblin Camp.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
And look who we found. Volo is here. The first thing that you want to do is talk to Volo. A couple of the other things that are in the camp won't unlock until the encounter with Volo is finished. So we'll go ahead and finish and start this off here.
With fragulous crown and with scepter ablaid, draw Rexland, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filthenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had let you glide.
You, move on!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I?
Wait a tick. That a friend of yours?
Certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin. I am draw Ragslin. Tumptuous, draw Ragslin.
You broke him.
Wait, wait. Draw Ragslin. We pay. We.
Come on, pigeon. Back to your cage.
Now look what you've done.
Hey, so Volo's obviously gotten himself into trouble again. There was a journal entry for that, which now starts up the Rescue Volo quest. So he obviously needs our help again. Okay. So one thing we're gonna do is look what's over here. The owlbear cub is over here on this side. We're gonna cast Speak with Animal. You don't have to cast Speak with Animals to do this. I'm going to do it, but you don't have to have it. You can pass some animal handling checks to get through this, just the same. But you want to talk to Krola here to begin with.
Well now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts? And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing. It's got feathers, don't it? A beak? Besides, I reckon it owes us, seeing as how it just ate our last chicken. Reckon it owes us a game. You want to hear the rules or not? Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been breasted by the bird.
Okay, so you have some options here on how to go through this encounter. You can actually chicken chase. And it's basically an obstacle course type of thing. that you're probably going to fail the first time, so before this encounter, like I say, make sure you've saved up, or you saved your game, so that you can learn how it works and actually go through and do it. There's another way to go through it where you don't have to do it, which falls with this third option down here, and this is the way I'm going to follow it.
No skin off my ass. Just remember, you had the chance to be a part of something grand, and you walked away.
Okay, so now the owlbear cub is going to start moving around, and it's going to follow a pattern, but it's going to eventually come back here, and when it comes back here, you want to speak with it. Now again, you don't have to have speak with animals on to do this.
Mother gone. Hungry.
Okay, so if you don't have speak with animals here, you can pass some animal handling checks and speak to it non-verbally and basically tell it that you have a camp. So much like the dog that we saved earlier, we're going to try and do the same thing here with the owlbear cub.
New hope. Maybe. Got to get away from here first.
The cub seems anxious to leave, but afraid to defy the goblins. They have to be dealt with one way or the other.
Okay, so once you've talked to the owlbear cub, then you can talk to Krala again.
Brave enough to take on our new chicken? It's a big un, but that's just more for the chasing.
And now you have another option down here.
Is you now? Reckon I feel differently. Reckon the lads will too.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Okay, and again, you have the option to use your tadpole here. There's most of the other options are all charisma based. So I'm going to just try and persuade her here with this option. It's a ranger option, only available to me as that character, but it's got a low DC. Got a DC of 5. So I'm going to add guidance to this and hopefully can pass it.
Bugger did eat our last chicken. Right, go on then. Fat bird's yours. Don't need the hassle.
Okay, so we got an inspiration out of it, and it's going to take off and make its way to our camp. So let's go do some exploring around here. And you can see most of these items out here are marked as steel. We do have an area up top here. Okay, and we do have some things like some landscapes and that sort of stuff, which you can pick up, which are all worth really good money. And we do have some other things that are searchable. Actually, there's one landscape here. Got some more things that are searchable. Can sit in the chairs if you want. More camp supplies. And we do have a dirt mound. Now again, it's marked as stealing, so if anybody sees you do this, there's going to be some problems. Doesn't appear that anybody's near us though. Okay, just some miscellaneous stuff there. And since there's nobody around, we can probably search this vase as well. Okay, so that's about all that's up here. So you can head back down. And we're going to go over here and take a look at something just so you can get an idea about some of the things that are going on here at the camp. So we're going to walk around this side, head back in here. All this again is theft. This is the chicken chasing course. But we're going to go back in here and give you kind of a little idea about how to proceed through this normally if you don't have access to any guides or anything. You see symbols like this spread throughout various locations in the game. And these symbols all relate to a puzzle that is later on in the game. So,
Statue of Seluna. This ruin must have been dedicated to her.
It was.
And now it's a nest for some filthy goblins. A fitting end.
So, as a follower of Shar, she's pretty happy that the Seluna temple has been taken over. But Gale did have some...
How can I help?
He did have some dialogue. Must have passed over. But yeah, taking note of these symbols that are around here is important if you want to kind of follow through the quest normally, so to speak. So we're gonna go ahead. You can see got a nice large guard out here.
Disgusting waste of stonecraft.
Got a whole bunch of goblins and gnolls and everything else out here. There is a waypoint that you want to unlock.
So, I'm shooting arrows at this dwarf. It's great. Fresh design with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And what are you doing here with that stink on your face? Elves. Think they could do whatever they want? Think you rule the world, huh?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Everyone says that. And then they spit in our faces. But no more. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your dirty face.
End him or leave him. But don't you dare grovel to this slug.
Interesting. I don't know as if I've gone through this encounter before. There's an intimidation option. Don't know what the DC is going to be like. Not going to be able to save here, so whatever I choose is whatever I choose, and I'm trying not to get into a fight here. So I don't know how this is going to work out. This may end up badly. Depending on how well this intimidation check goes.
Are those big ears just for show? You heard me.
So let's go ahead and try it and see what happens. So I figured that it was going to be a high DC. So this is going to be a problem. And a natural one. That's always good. So I've got one inspiration to roll this again, if I want to.
You want your teeth knocked in? You ain't got nothing on me. So kiss my foot.
So I do have a detect thoughts option available to me with only a DC of 9. Natural 20.
Just wait. I'll be next in line to become a true soul. Then nobody can stop me. I'll kick out that annoying hobgoblin, the princess and Dratsu, and everyone will have to obey me.
Okay.
What? How did you... that's a knack. Fine. There. I've done it. Arrogant swine.
Interesting encounter. Like I say, don't think I've ever done it before. So, but yeah, interesting. So, do have some crates here we can search. Okay. We are going to take care of a save here. Just because we've gotten quite a bit through the camp and don't want to go through it again. So, looks like we got an adventurer out here. Looks like some children. Interesting. Kids are being feisty. We do have some more camp supplies over here. Brawler Rancer here thinks he's something. Okay, there is a way down here. Actually, okay. Let's cast guidance on Lizelle here. And she failed. So Gale is the last one. And everybody failed their perception checks. Great. Okay. So, not going to be able to deal with that. It's just a dirt mount.
Can't even enjoy a drink in peace.
Another step forward.
Okay, so got some things down here underneath the bridge. Okay. And looks like we do have going to break this. I don't actually think I've been here. But there is a rock that we can climb up here. Ah.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Interesting. IDC. Great. Let's use our inspiration and roll that again since it's a trap. Okay, good. Not rolling very well today. Okay, so we do have a chest over here. Oh, and I gotta clear my throat. Alright, back. Sorry about that. We'll go ahead and lockpick this. Normal DC. Love that +4 from dexterity. Okay, interesting. And to Shadowheart. Do have some more camp supplies here. Rolled notes. Interesting. And more camp supplies. Okay, and that appears to be it up here. Just another Voss to search. Sorry about that. Okay, now I can head back down and join the party again. Okay, interesting. Actually didn't know any of that was there. Don't know why I haven't found it before, but okay, we'll head back up here on this side.
I'm talented.
Okay, there's a wooden chest over here, so it's not marked as steel. Normal DC. Natural 20, always nice. Alright. And a way to get up here on high ground, if you need it. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna... It looks like we've got an upper area up here. I don't think that there's anything up here. I could be wrong though. No, just some high ground. In case you need it, you can probably make a jump up to here, but we're gonna go up a different way. Okay, so we're going to go through the camp. We're going to go over the way that we previously were over here. And we're going to head up these knotted roots on this side. And remember what they said about, or what Gale said earlier about goblins coming not in handfuls but in dozens. There's a lot of potential enemies out here to deal with. And if your plan is to end up taking out all of the camp, which mine is, I'm going to clear out this camp. If you go in through the main entrance here, this is where you're going to exit when you come back out. And everybody's going to be hostile when that happens. And you're going to be stuck in this little area here while everybody else is able to maneuver to high ground here, and all that sort of stuff. And it can get really bad really fast. So I'm going to enter into I'm going to open up a new area, or a new way to get into the interior of the Goblin Camp, and you do that through this way here. And I'm also going to open up some various things, do some looting up here, and also kind of take care of another portion of a side quest here. You can see that we have some drunk goblins that are sleeping things off. Do have a fire wine barrel.
Looks like the booze got the better of them. They're practically on that wall's barely holding together.
Okay, so it says that this wall's barely holding together. If you try and attack it, nothing's going to happen. It's got lesser toughness. So, only a hit that deals at least 10 points of damage can damage it. So, you need to have somebody go after it that can do more than that amount of damage. So, that would be... Oh, doesn't look like even Lae'zel is going to be able to do it. So... But there's another way for us to get in there. So first of all, let's just search this barrel. Nothing here. We're going to head across here and we're going to talk to Piddle.
Help us out. Says here that goblinoids are obstreperous and malodorous. What's that mean?
Well, obstreperous and malodorous means smelly and noisy. That's exactly what it means. But we're not going to tell him that. We'll go this way.
Bit confusing, because it says we're feeble-minded weaklings right before that. Still, only other stuff to read round here is the filth Kagha scrawls in the latrines. Belonged to some bloke who showed up here asking questions. Bold as a bugbear he was. Said he's writing a book about the Absolute. Lads didn't like that. Said he was a spy or some such. Think they've locked him in the cells already. Well, I had a good chinwag with him though. Interesting bloke.
So, looks like this is Volo's book, the one that he was writing in earlier.
Yeah, he mentioned that about 1,000 times. Don't matter how famed he is, he's gonna end up as something. I ain't finished with it. There's enough reading here to last me a lifetime.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
So again, you could use the tadpole power here. I'm gonna go with the persuasion check here. The normal DC. And of course.
I pray plenty, day and night. Don't mean I can't educate myself as well. And that's what I'm gonna do. So, buzz off.
Okay, so couldn't get it from him. We'll deal with this later. I think you can deal with it later. Once we finish clearing out the camp. So here's where you were. Here's that place where you could jump up here. Do you see that we have some potions here on the ground? And we're gonna have
Long way to go still.
Gale pick up this potion of greater healing.
Is that blood? No.
And then we're gonna jump up here and jump up here.
That's
Okay.
curious.
Just some weapons and some camp supplies. And again, just moving a little slowly. You can see that there is a wooden chest down here. And there's a way to get down over here on this side. We're going to cross the bridge first. Okay, looks like we have a hand axe over here. And a skeleton to search. Nice. Okay. Now we can head back across. And we're going to head down to this lower area. We're going to head over, pick up some more camp supplies real quick. Why do we need the jump action to... Interesting.
Moving ahead.
Okay, and another way to get to high ground here with a ladder to get back down. So we'll search the skeleton here. Roll of grease, always good.
Step
Okay,
carefully.
and there's a trap
There's
here.
a trap.
Another high DC, and I do not have any inspirations left, so... Good roll. Okay. And that's going to open up access to another locked chest. Normal DC should be okay. Okay, so a potion of healing, more thieves' tools, and a glowing shield, which we're going to send to Shadowheart. He's the only one that uses sword and board, so to speak. So, once per short rest, if you get below 50 hit points and take damage, you gain 8 temporary hit points. So, just a straight upgrade over the studded shield that she had previously. I am going to clear out this hand axe, move that over here, and move some of these other items real quick. And I did do greater healing, 1 greater healing, did put a greater healing here, so that's good. Okay. You can continue around here, and it is going to let you jump down here. Don't. It will kill you. So just as a warning, I know we're all trained to go and search out every possible way we can. Don't jump down there. It's going to kill you if you do it. Okay, so that finishes everything out over here on this side. We're going to head back. Okay, jump down here. Okay. And now we're going to deal with this cracked wall. So I do have in my inventory a couple of smoke powder bombs. So I'm going to split this item 1 to 1. I'm going to put it into Grovel's inventory. I'm actually going to add this to her custom inventory. And then I'm going to click on this. It's going to open up an option to throw. You can throw it at the cracked wall. Okay, now everybody's going to wake up, but they're drunk and they're instantly going to pass right back out. Okay, so this collapsed corridor is the way that I'm going to enter into here, because once I start killing things and the alarm is raised, it's going to bring me out up here on this upper section, which allows me a lot more options than coming out this front door to deal with the enemies out here. So let's go ahead and enter into the camp, or into the temple inside.
As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here. Good. I wasn't intending to.
Okay. So, you're going to see these markings around here as well. Again, all part of the puzzle that you're going to be intending to solve. But for now, just kind of taking stock of what's around here. We have this upper area, which can be reached by ladders in a few different locations. You also see that down here is Priestess Gut, who we are going to want to talk with. Part of why we're going to talk to her is because of something that we picked up previously, and that's the Gloves of Power. There's also a shield that goes along with the same type of thing, where if you're wearing, or if you have the Absolute's brand, it can negate some negatives to you. So we do want to brand probably a couple of our characters here. I'm going to brand Lae'zel and Dravalin, I think, in this playthrough. If you brand Shadowheart, she gets upset about it. There's no reason that I can think of to brand Gale, I don't think. So for now, I'm definitely going to brand Lae'zel and then possibly Dravalin as well. So we will end up talking to her to get that brand done. But for now, we can explore a little bit. And you see farther down the road here, we have a gilded chest. Doesn't look like it's trapped. Just a bunch of gold, which is good. And you can move across all of these beams to get to other areas. So we'll go ahead and do that and just open up some more areas here. Okay. So there is another gilded chest over here in the corner. Ray of Enfeeblement. Spike Growth, really interesting spell. Send that to Gale. Okay. And nothing else down here in this corner. We head back the way we came, though. There's another way to move around into a different part, going this way. So, got a couple of different things here, and if you are keen-eyed, you see that there's another gilded chest over here. So, going to go ahead and toggle the group here. I'm going to move up to this point, and I'm just going to jump over to this side. Okay, you can see that we have a wooden chest here. Then this stuff to Gale to be able to sell later. And now we need to get to this gilded chest. And to do that, we're going to have to make a couple of jumps. So we're going to have to jump down here. Cross over. Make another jump up to here. Okay, so again, just some money-making items. So we're going to jump back down. Why can't I jump back down? I have no idea why. Okay. And you can see that we have some other things down here. There's a chest that we can steal from. We're also in a very interesting chamber here, which we will see more of here in a second. Jump up here and search this vase. Nothing in it. Oh, there was a scroll up here of Guiding Bolt, which I missed. Okay. Come over here. Alright. And you see we're in another room here. There's a door into this room. And you see outside that door is some NPCs. Okay, there's also a heavy chest in here, and you see some of these symbols. These are the the symbols that you're looking to record for the puzzle. So if you explore, there are 4 different locations where you can find these symbols throughout the level here. So searching them all out, you'll be able to solve the puzzle. And we're going to experience that puzzle later on here, but I am going to go ahead and save. I'm not entirely sure if I jump down there, if I can get back up. Yeah, I don't know as if I'll be able to get back up. But there is a heavy chest down here. It's all marked as stealing because it does belong to the group of people outside this door here. There's a trader. I look like a couple of guards. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back. Okay. And now I'm going to jump back up here. Okay. And you see we have somebody trapped in a cage here over the pit. That's never conducive to long health. And some goblins that are dealing with them. A ladder that heads up to another location over here. Okay. So, I'm going to jump back over and meet up with the rest of the group and just kind of open up some other areas here. So, got somebody down here talking with a couple of goblins. That's never any good. And they knocked him down here into this lower area. And looks like there's some giant spiders down here. So looks like that was getting some feeding going on. So moving down around this way. We find another wooden chest. Okay, and there's another ladder to get up and down to this high area. And we have a scrying eye down here. So if I hide, see that the scrying eye has quite a detection radius around it. Okay. Then if you kind of look into this area over here, you see we've got something going on over in this area. So we can actually jump over here. And now you can see that we have...
Scrying eye. Best not do anything suspicious while it's watching.
That is definitely true. And we've got Night Warden Minthara here. And we have Roar Ragslin, who was being sung about most loquaciously by Volo earlier. These two are two of the 3 leaders, along with Priestess Gut, that have to be dealt with. So they're kind of separated from each other by this group, this way here. But we do have a scrying eye covering this area, and we do have a couple of goblins. We have a goblin boss, 2 goblin bosses, and there's a war drum in here. So, kind of need to be able to deal with that, because if you get into a fight here, somebody is going to trigger that, and things can get ugly pretty fast. Now, you can get up here onto the top of this. Actually, I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll just show you what all's over here. You can And I'm just going to stay sneaking. You don't have to, though. But yeah, you can get up here on top of all of this. There's another heavy chest over here. Doesn't appear to be trapped. Okay, Arrow of Darkness. Always fun. Okay, there is another ladder, another way to get up here. So you're not completely free from being able to be attacked over here. So don't think that this is, you know, just a way for you to stay up here and get free attacks at people. That is definitely not it. So we are hidden up here. And you can get over here and attack the war drum from this location. Okay. That's good. Got one more war drum knocked out without being seen. And again, that's what you want to do. You want to clear out all of the war drums that you have access to. And you want to do it without being seen. Because if you are, there's going to be problems. Okay.
How much farther can I go?
So again, heading over here to this side. There's a grease bottle. Doesn't appear to be much else. Now, looking at this room, you see we have a couple of braziers and they have these wooden hinges on them. You can shoot those wooden hinges out and the braziers will fall down. So keep that in mind while you're thinking about how to deal with different encounters. Using the environment around you to be able to cause some damage is a very useful thing. Okay, so this is the backside of where we were with this person trapped in the cage. There's also another one of these symbols for the puzzle up here. So nothing else to see up here for now. So we're just going to head back where we were. We're going to jump back and we're going to go join up with the rest of our party over here, and we're going to go deal with the encounter of Priestess Gut. Okay. Because we do want to get that brand on Lae'zel. So we're going to go over here, we're going to group everybody back up and go talk to her. Okay. So, the quickest way to get down over here is through this ladder. So you can just head over here to this side. And we can just take this ladder down. Now right down here we have another war drum. So you want to get yourself into a position where you're not seen. Okay. So I'm gonna go into hiding here once this goblin moves out of the way. I'm gonna hide for Valen, and you see he's patrolling around, so just gonna wait for him to do his thing.
Out of sight, out of mind.
And I'm going to attack the war drum. Okay, that one's knocked out and gone. Okay, and you see some things going on over here. So we have Liam restrained in here. We have Abdurak here in this location, and we have Bolo, who's back here inside the cage. Okay, so we have some side quests that we can deal with here, or side things to be able to deal with. So I think what we are definitely going to do though is first go deal with the Priestess Gut encounter. We actually can go over here and meet up with the trader first. Yeah, let's go do that first. We can, sure. Why not?
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
Okay.
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous. You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
Okay, so another one of the Zentarim groups here.
Half right, sharp eyes. A Zen is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. But most of all, we offer discretion. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad. That a problem for you?
Bit quieter, if you please. This crowd just burned that into the ground, you might recall. But good. That means Zaris and her little operation weren't found.
Seems you're a friend of the family. That warrants a discount. A small one.
Okay. So, just some items for sale here. We'll go ahead and get rid of some things that we have that Gale has picked up here. That we just need to sell, including all these landscapes. Okay, just some random things he had picked up. I think we also have some weapons here. Things that can be sold. I think everything I'm going to hang on to here for now. And let's look at what we have over here. Normal, standard, +1 stuff. It looks like. So nothing that really interests me as far as purchasing items here. So we'll go ahead and exit out of this and we'll go talk to Priestess Gut. Again, another way to get up here just for high ground, I think. I don't think there's anything going on up here. Oh, there is. Good thing I came up here. Okay.
What path lies before me?
Just gonna go looking around at a couple other things. Okay, there's another war drum over here.
Alright, time to skulk about.
Definitely want to get rid of that.
Need to find a way forward.
Okay. So now I think we'll go talk to Priestess Gut. There's a few different ways to run this conversation. I'm going to go in with Lae'zel first, so I can get her branded.
And you may be joking. Absolute's looking out for me now. Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh. Let's the faithful recognize one another quick sharp. That way nobody'll mess with ya. And it's charged with magic. Ordinary slobs can't see it, only us that follow the Absolute.
Okay, looks like this is glitched.
You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting. Hold still.
As the pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. Familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the Goblin Priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the Goblin Priestess in the temple once again. Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there, digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another. A creature? There's definitely something rotten in there. Let me take a closer look. I ain't seen anything like this before. Hey? Ain't nothing wrong with me. You're the one who's sick in the head. No need to panic, though. With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Okay, so that's what you want to have happen. You want her
Can't slow down.
to agree to meet you in her chambers because, like she says, it is private. Now, she's taking you up here for a nefarious purpose. So we're going to oblige her nefarious purpose. And we're going to close the door behind us. Just so we don't get interrupted with anything. And now, if you talk to her and you go through...
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around. Another special visitor. You've been touched by the Absolute, haven't you? Priestess Gut needs to touch you, too. Hold out your arm so I can mark you. Hold still.
As the pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Your minds brush against one another, but are swiftly parted.
What are you hiding in there? There's some weird shadows swimming around. I already said I'd help you, mate. But I'll fix you one at a time, right here in the chapel. Send them through.
Okay, so she said she'd fix you one at a time. You continue with the conversations, that's exactly what she wants. She wants everyone else to leave and wait outside the room. That's not going to happen. She's in a secluded area here, so we're just going to go ahead and get this taken care of. I've got both of my brands done that I wanted. I haven't found anything negative in the early access to those brands. There may be something in the full game. Maybe if you encounter the Absolute later on through the full game, then that could cause some problems. But for right now, I haven't seen any downsides to it. So we're just going to go ahead and get this kicked off.
You picked a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Okay, so we're into turn-based combat here. We already got a free hit. So we're looking at 21 out of 36 left, and we've got 3 people to attack, including Lae'zel, before Priestess Gut gets to attack again. So knocking it prone isn't really going to do anything. So I think we can just throw one of our cantrips at it. Nice. Nothing else that we can do here. Okay, so we will go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark. Get off what's going to be a nice ranged attack here. Yep, down to 1 hit point left. And now Lae'zel can end it. Alright.
Disgusting creature. We did her a favor.
See what left here. That was interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The parasite that was in her ran away. Went over here into this corner. I don't think it's actually there. It's kind of interesting though. No, it was just leaving sight so it could disappear out of the game. Okay.
Can't give up now.
So now we can look around in here and we can search Priestess Gut. Okay, so we do have a potion of greater healing. Again, gonna send that to Gale. Lesser healing, potion of sleep. Oh, interesting. Gale, that to Shadowheart. A note here which we can read. Okay, basically saying that Halsin says he can get rid of the parasite, but they've got him captured. Okay, you got the Absolute's Talisman here. When you have less than 25% of your hit points and you deal damage to something, you regain hit points. 1d8 hit points. So I'm going to send that over to Lae'zel. You've got the Warboard, which has the Word of the Absolute on it, which branded targets receive a +2 bonus to armor class. Anybody who doesn't have the brand gets a 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. So this is a spell that you can cast when you have that shield equipped, and you do it like it says. It lasts until long rest, and you get it back every short rest. So I think you could actually cast this, on another person. So somebody wearing this, like Shadowheart could probably cast this onto Lae'zel, I think. I haven't explored that, but either way, I'm going to send it to Shadowheart. The Priestess's Key we'll take. The Bloodstone we'll send to Gale. The Crude Mace we'll just send over to Lae'zel to carry. Okay, so I do want to check this. So if Shadowheart has this on, and she cast Word of the Absolute. Oh, she can. So if she casts it on these two, since they're both branded. Okay. So now if you look at Giselle, she has +2 bonus to armor class, and Jorvalen has +2 bonus to armor class until their long rest. Good. And now she can put the other shield back on. The glowing shield. So good. That's a good starting out your after a long rest buff type of thing. So good to have with you. So I don't know as if there's anything in these. Yeah, there's not. So nothing else around here. Some shelves, but I don't think there's anything on them. Nope. And look around up here. Doesn't look like there's anything worth having. Okay. So doing just our standard looting here. Okay, and there's a locked ornate door here. Okay, that was actually the priestess's key, and this leads you into the defiled temple. Now, to begin with, we have a rather large bodyguard in here, which isn't going to like us being in here. So, I'm going to hide everybody. I'm going to break the group, and I'm going to send
Time to press ahead.
my ranger up here to the high ground. And send her over here. Take up position back here. And now, remember what I said about those braziers. Got one here. I'm going to trigger this brazier to fall on the bodyguard as she walks under. Okay. Alright, so she didn't take a stun from it, so she did pass her saving throw. A lot of times what'll happen is they'll get knocked over and they'll be stunned for 2 turns, which just means that you can freely mop up the entire thing. But for now, I'm going to reapply Hunter's Mark. I'm going to get off an advantage shot from the shadows and high ground. Okay, so 17 points of damage, so down to 40, and now I've got some people who are still not in combat. So they can move around.
Onward.
Okay.
Take this!
Okay, caused 10 points of damage there. Oh, wow. And he was not in combat. He's just not in combat. So I'm cheesing the living hell out of this, evidently. Okay. So that was easy.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Don't think it was meant to be that easy. But hey, I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. Okay. So you can go through here, and you can...
I don't need any attention right now.
Everybody hidden. Unhide everybody. There's nobody else in here. So... The Soul Coin Treatise basically explains a little bit more of what the Soul Coins are. But they are what they are. They're basically souls that are trapped inside of a coin that are used as currency in the Hells. So... let's do some standard looting in here. Nothing much. Okay, roll of acid arrow, nice. Okay, and now I can loot the bodyguard. Just some camp supplies. Send those to camp. Now we can head over here to this area. Okay. And we've got a wardrobe here to look at. Nothing but some bones. Okay, we do have a book here. A cabinet with a couple of scrolls. Roll of heat metal is interesting. Do have a canopy bed here we can sit in if we want. There's a padlock key down here we'll want to pick up. There's the journal of the priestess. This basically explains the puzzle and what it does. The interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. It's basically a riddle explaining how to do the puzzle. You need full moons at the top. You need no moons at the bottom. And it basically explains how to go through solving the puzzle. We're just gonna follow a guide to do it. Okay, and we do have a gilded chest here with Ilmater's Aid. So non-cantrip spells deal additional force damage when the wearer drops below half of their hit points. So that's going to go to Gale. But when we look at Gale, he's wearing dancing lights. Now I haven't used the dancing lights cantrip yet. And it's really just a out of combat type thing normally to light up an area. So I'll keep that on him, but I'm going to have Ilmater's Aid be worn by him all of the time. Okay. And can head back out this way. Head over to the shrine. We've obviously got some stuff down here. Basic poison, scroll of burning hands.
That's curious.
And a pouch that we found. Gold and a gold necklace in it. And some other things just to search. Okay. Nothing else down here. We've already been into this corner, and there's an iron gate here. Okay, we can open that up. And we have this area which has some cracked stones down here. Some chains laying on the ground that you can interact with.
I wonder who or what those chains are for.
Now, the cage, kind of like we were previously, I don't think the cage actually does this. But we can check. Yeah, see the cracked stones here. I don't think... Oh, you can. Okay, so you can break the cracked stones. And it opens up this bottom area here, which you can jump down into. This leads you down into the spider pit. And it's a way actually to avoid killing the spiders. You can speak with animals with them down there and pass some handling checks and avoid having them become combative if you enter down this way. Whereas if you go in the normal way, they're going to be combative. So we're pretty much done up here, so we can head down this way. Skeleton we can search. Roll of aid. Good. Okay. And I'm just taking it slow as I walk down here. Opening things up. Right. And you can jump out here. I don't think there's anything out here, though. Yeah, I don't think you can jump here. You can't jump over here. Or you can jump over there. I think. Oh, no, you can't. There is a place to jump over here, but it doesn't get you anything. What this really is to allow you to jump down here to search the skeleton. Has another scroll of blur in it. And you just jump yourself back up. Nothing up here. Now again, the more symbols here, again, for interpreting what it is. But you'll see the puzzle down here in a second. Okay.
Looks like these plates on the floor can be turned.
Okay, so it's basically saying that these plates down here can be turned, and yes, they can. We're gonna go look at a couple other locations here. Okay, that perception failed.
Oh, action, not reaction.
There.
Ready. Forthwith.
And there. Okay. That perception was successful. And what that is it opens up this lever here. Gives you an opportunity to open the doorway here without solving the puzzle. Now, the puzzle gives you XP for solving it. So you want to, you know, actually go through and do it. But if you don't want to take the time, like I say, you're trying to play through this a legit way without any external guides or anything, if you find this, you can lockpick it. It's got a higher DC, but you can lockpick it and it will open up this door over here. Okay, but we're going to go down here.
Very well.
And we're going to solve the puzzle. Now, you can just do a Google search for the puzzle here on how to solve it. And I think there are quicker ways to solve it than the one that I've got pulled up here. But actually, you know, I'm going to go see if there's another one. Sorry, I'm just checking here real quick. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go through this one so we don't waste time just sitting here. So, the top. The left. The right one twice. The bottom one 3 times. The left one twice. The right one twice. And you can see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to get all of the full moons up here, all the no moons down here, and you're trying to get the half moons here and here. And you'll see that when it happens. So now the right one twice. The left. top, left, the top times 3, and this is moving the no moon down to the bottom. Then the left times 3. Now the right. The top times 3. The right times 3. The top, and this is going to move the new into here. And now the right is going to line up the full up to here and the no moon down to here, and it'll complete.
This goes very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom.
Okay, so you did get some XP, you got an inspiration out of it as well. And we got an update of the journal to find the night song. So we have done a few things here, so being a goblin proved fatal for her, so we can't get her help for removing the parasite anymore. But we did also find out that Halsin is here alive, or he's in the Goblin Camp, he might be alive. We did kill Priestess Gut, and then find the night song. So he was killed by the goblins at the temple, and this is a way to get down to where the night song is. So can head back here. And again, going inside of here leads you down to a ladder. This ladder, just like the elevator in the Zentrum basement, is going to take you down to the Underdark. This is the way we're going to enter the Underdark. We're just not going to do it now, so I'm not going to show it to you. We'll come back, and when we're going to go explore in the Underdark, we'll come back this way, and that's the way we're going to go to start exploring it. But for now, we're going to head back in to the Goblin Camp and try and deal with a couple of more of the goblin leaders. See if we can do it in a way that doesn't trigger every goblin in the entire place to get upset with us. But we'll see. That happens quite often, not gonna lie. Okay, now we can head back out the door into the main camp. Okay, so now again we know where the two options are. We have Ragzlin here, and we have Minthara up here. We're gonna try and deal with Minthara first. But to do that, we need to get ourselves back up top. Okay, so we're gonna cross over. We're gonna go back up the ladder on this side. Okay, I'm also gonna look and see if there are any more war drums. Because honestly, I'm not entirely sure how many war drums there are or not, but we do see that the spiders still down here. Don't see any more war drums around here. Because we are going to be making some people angry here in a second, so I want to avoid them triggering everybody, but we'll see what happens. Okay. And actually, I'm trying to think whether I want to do... Yeah, actually, I don't want to do that. I want to go take care of some side things first. Okay. So, next thing here that we're going to deal with is Abdurak. Now, Abdurak is an interesting character in what he can offer. He can offer you something to one character that can be a benefit to them. You will have to pass some persuasion checks, though, or some intimidation checks as you go. And I need some charisma to do that, but I don't want Lae'zel necessarily to be the one who gets the benefit of this, so I'm going to attempt to do it with my ranger. What that means is that you can get help from guidance, so you want to make sure that you have guidance cast on them, or a way to cast guidance throughout this encounter. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to restart this. So if I don't get it, I don't get it. It just is what it is. I have some other things in here that, again, we can't pick up. It's all stealing. But you can see he's beating himself up.
How will I do that? With a powers pitch.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
Okay, so I failed my religion check. So to get the benefit at the end of this, you have to follow a set of dialogue options that leads you there. And the first thing you need to do is ask about the prisoner.
The gentleman being held next door. My acquaintance is working on him, I believe. While I was thrilled to be invited here, I must confess, I find the goblins and their methods crude and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? I realize this looks strange, but I assure you, it is a most intimate form of worship. You see, pain is a loving thing, but trying to explain it to these goblins has proven. Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Because I see those same eyes when I look in the mirror, dear one. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain.
Okay, so since I failed my religion check, it's not giving me the option right up front. So I'm going to go through here and...
As the Maiden of Pain,
okay, I think after this is going to get back to the option I need.
Through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
Go ahead. I'm sure you're in need of a little penance.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and agree to do this.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin.
Okay, so that's a bit of a clue. You need to satisfy his god, or goddess, Leviatar, and they relish in pain. So when you're going through this, it kind of gives you a clue as to how to approach this whole thing.
This will do nicely.
Biggest bloody pigeon I ever saw.
The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it.
Okay, so Constitution check. You know, I've got a +2 from Constitution, a performance check, -1 for Charisma, and Intimidation is the exact same. You always want to choose the Intimidation. Holding back your cries or begging for mercy isn't in line with what his goddess wants. His goddess wants you to relish in the pain. So you always want to take care of you always want to follow the Intimidation route here. Okay, so it's a standard check. I've got a -1 for Charisma, but I've got a plus from Guidance, so it's basically a 50-50 every time I do this. Okay, so that's 1.
You want more? As you wish, dear one.
Don't wear her out entirely, priest. I might have use for her yet.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Tell me right.
Okay, so Intimidation again is what you want to do. Still got Guidance active. And I failed. Okay, I do have an inspiration, so I'm going to try and use my inspiration here. Roll again. Okay.
Wonderful. You want more? I'll give it to you.
Not the worst technique, priest. Good wrist movement. Lots of enthusiasm.
That's it! Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you.
Okay, so you have one more Intimidation check that you need to do here. Okay, now this one's dropped to a DC of 5. So it makes it easier to pass, but I still have a big chance to fail this here. And if it was 10, I would have failed it.
I hope that's a promise, dear one. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I am proud to have served you this penance. You're starting to sound like the goddess herself, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Okay, So I've taken some damage there, but you can see now I
That was
have
not what I expected to see today.
Leviathar's Love. So pain is a path to clarity. When you have 30% hit points or less, you gain +2 bonus to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws. So it's basically another one of those, if you're hurt type of things, you get some bonuses to help you survive when you're hurt. Okay, so I've got plenty of healing potions here, so
Try this technique, or perhaps this one.
okay. So if you talk to him again with a different character,
There's the prisoner.
A most invigorating session, but even as the soul sings, the flesh fades. So it is with the lady's embrace. Excuse me. I must rest and think.
so he's just going to say that he needs to rest. So you need to pick a character to do it on. And I've chosen my ranger to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here and deal with this encounter with Liam here. And all of these could be bad, so to speak.
Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
Say we'll take over. His work is sloppy. He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Okay, now I do not have any more inspirations left, so if I fail any of these, I'm not going to be able to redo it. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this one here. Using my tadpole power, because I would have failed that roll miserably for the
Your mind
intimidation or
lurches,
performance check.
moving suddenly as if bitten.
Sorry, Mom. I didn't realize. He's all yours. Just don't be too rough, maybe. Moonrise Towers might still want to take him. I want to watch that weird priest next door. Shouted like he was beating.
Please, please! Let me out. There's no reason for this.
What? The prisoner?
Somewhere underneath the temple, there's a hidden passage.
What's he doing?
But Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. Please, please. These shackles. I don't want to die.
Halsin, I don't know. He changed into a bear, but I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still alive.
That's all I know. Please, get me out of here.
This is perfect.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it's got a 15 DC. Perfect.
The lock clicks and opens.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the Grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger. I don't know. The boss didn't say. He just said some wizard called Larian would reward us if we found it. That's all.
I'm not supposed to be wounded.
Okay, so now I got an inspiration back, which is good. Okay, now we're gonna head over this way and deal with Follow.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine. Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Him? Nah. Then catch one on your own.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Okay, so again I have deception and intimidation checks here to do this, so 10 DC, still have guidance active, so we'll see if we can make it. Perfect.
Take him for a jaunt, why don't ya? And don't let the lads snatch him up. No, tell him what they'll do to him. Bring him back when he's all tuckered out. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Okay.
You there?
So you can talk to Volo through the...
Oh, my friend, we can speak freely. I'm in no hurry to take my turn on that spit out front. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to unlock this cage? Curiosity, my friend. It didn't benefit the cat, but it's the foundation of my career. Though I admit I've hit something of an impasse. Please, unlock my cell. WotC, get on! Realm-renowned author, auteur, and tastemaker at your service. Bless you, my friend. I'll wait nicely, but please don't tarry.
I'm not supposed to be wounded.
Okay.
Aha! I knew I could count on you, my friend. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke? Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley. An invisibility potion, my friend. A bit less refined than your mendacious method, but by God, it'll do the trick.
Pig started squealing yet? Because if you're drinking, job must be done.
Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain.
For your sake. Plenty of room next to the piggy if you're lying.
Tend to your wounds, and we shall.
Go Volo. Alright, we do have some camp supplies here we can pick up.
Supposed to be wounded.
We also have a letter over here.
Over this twice.
Okay, so let's go in and move these camp supplies out. We can read the letter. So basically, on the lips of trying to get, make all of these stories. It's just going to end up getting him killed, though, if he doesn't watch himself. Okay, just clearing up some of my inventory. Here, hopefully it'll stack. Does. Burning hands. Here. Hopefully it'll stack. Does. Mouse acid arrow. That stacks too. Good. Okay.
I don't get it. I'm not supposed to be
So we finished up the 3 side quests, so to speak, on this side. So now we're going to head back up top. Okay. And we're going to head around to this side. Great. And who's not with us? Bell's not with us.
I crave blood.
Ladders tend to break the party. Not entirely sure why that is, but just wait for her to catch up and we'll continue on here. Okay.
Time to press ahead.
Alright. Now what we want to do here is attempt to clear out this room without angering anybody in this room. Okay. And I think we can do that now, so we're gonna put everybody in hide. We're gonna toggle the group, and we're going to get my raven out. Okay. Move over here. And we're going to attempt to hit the scrying eye. Okay, and we're going to try and do it without moving. So we want to kind of wait for it to stop. And we want to try and do it so that Strut can't see it. Okay, so we'll wait for it to come back. We don't want Zerga to see it either. Just not stopping. Interesting. I'm not sure why it's not stopping. It normally just halts somewhere around in here, but it is definitely not doing that. And it makes it really hard to hit. Okay. There it stopped. So now let's see if Sprut will turn around. Come on, Scrut, turn around. Go do something else.
How about I start following you, eh? How'd you like that?
He's not too happy. Come on. Come on. Normally hasn't been this bad in the past. Alright, so we'll wait and see here if it comes back around and if it stops at Scrut again. It might not. It might not. It might just continue on. Okay. I'm just gonna kill it. Okay, I'm gonna hide. I get the Raven to hide. So if he comes up here, okay, so he is coming up here. Nope, he stopped. I'll get ready to take a shot in case he does climb up the ladder. Doesn't look like he's going to. Okay, that's good. That's very good. So now he's gone back to his normal routine. So get over here and we can take a shot at Scrut. Okay, we don't have anybody else who's walking around over here. So we'll go ahead and take a shot at him all by himself. Do have... Okay, those are the spiders down there. So yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay to take a shot at him.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying?
Definitely don't want to take that shot. We can take, whoop, we're gonna wait. Wait for Zurga to leave the room. And we kind of want Scrut to be kind of hidden away a little bit. But I don't think that's going to matter. I don't think we'll be able to get him into a spot where we can hide him. Maybe we can. No, I don't think. So we'll go ahead and kick this off. Oh.
You're being arrested for assault. Judging by the look on this guard's face, you're getting off lightly.
Okay, now you can talk your way out of this or pay off gold if you get caught stealing or doing that sort of stuff. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to attack and get this over with. Okay, so we're going to enter into turn-based combat. So we'll just go ahead and reapply Hunter's Mark here. Okay, so we did get Zurga, who also wants to jump in on this. That's fine. We'll go ahead and get this done. Okay. So almost dead. So what we're going to do now is fly. Really, no, we're not. Maybe we are. Can we fly down here? We can. Okay. So we get a 75% chance to get 3 hit points gone. Okay. So he's got 1 hit point left. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this shot done with Shadowheart. 88% chance, that should work. Okay, good. Now we're going to take Lae'zel and move her out here. So we have 21 hit points here. Should probably... That hits is just going to knock him back farther. I don't think I want that. Let's just go ahead and take this shot here. Okay. Now we have Gale left. Okay. Yeah, that's... I don't even know why I clicked on that. I'm trying to ascertain what's the best way to go about doing this. Trying not to use up all my spells here. Okay. So I think that's it. Okay. Now, Shadowheart's turn. 70% chance to hit. That's fine. Alright. Alright. So... let's fly. And then we'll fly again. And again, 4 hit points, so can't do anything except I'll try and rend vision here. Okay, good. Blinded, that's good. Okay. Alright, so trying to run away, which means they're trying to go for a war drum that I missed somewhere, probably. Or they might be running for this ladder, but either way, we don't want to let them get there. So, we'll reapply Hunter's Mark. And go for an 81% shot. Perfect. Alright. So, we'll put everybody back in hiding. And we're going to take Shadowheart and just move her back a little ways here. Okay, so now...
I'm done. I can't wait to sleep.
Sorry. So, whoops. I don't want Shadowheart to jump. Shadowheart back. Wondering why I didn't see the... there. Okay, so move the Raven out of the way, move Jorvalen right up here to this corner, and see what I can get. I've got 2 enemies here. Got Goblin Boss and I've got Minthara. So let's see what options I have here. So I can take an 80% shot from all the way out here. And I can probably use is causing all that extra expansion of the detection cone. Interesting. No idea. Thing over here. Is it something in the room over here? Is it one of these two? Is it the rats? And sharp-eyed Neem is doing it? So I think I am going to probably use one of my arrows here. $80%, 85%. Let's just go ahead and take this shot. Okay. So we did get into a fight here. Going to reapply Hunter's Mark on her. He's going to come into the fight. Okay. All right, so she's in the fight now. Okay, so I'm going to get my Raven down here. Okay, good. So maybe my Raven will take a hit intended for me. So now I'm going to move down here, and I'm going to have to be careful with this movement. Because the detection cones are not always 100% accurate here as we're going. So we want to be careful with this. Right?
I'm just saying.
I think I want to do a menacing attack ranged here. That's a 50-50 shot. How about we move up just a little bit? And we jump up here? No. We could jump up here, but I don't want to trigger any of these. So, see if I can get this now. So it's a 75% chance to hit here. Oh, a miss. Okay, so I'm gonna get Shadowheart moved into position.
I'll tell you, the scrying eye was looking at me all strange. Right, what would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at?
Okay, see if what her guiding bolt looks like. An 84% chance to hit, but she's gonna have to move way up to do it.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side, although we're gonna set the true soul on fire.
Okay. Another 10 hit points, and now Gale. So I really want Gale to stay up here, but I don't know how many options he's going to have being up here because that's a long way away. So he can take a 60% chance to hit on her. Might as well. You have to move to do that? No, he can take it from there. Oh, wow. Nice shot. Okay. So now everything's done. They're just going to trigger their turn here. Sorry, that war drum is done. Okay, so now we're going to move up here. And we get a blind, 55%. Regular beak attack is 55%, so either way it doesn't matter, so we'll try for a blind. Nice. Okay. So Shadowheart again here. Let's try a 60% bow shot. Let's just try that. 30% chance, so yeah, let's go for the 60% chance here. Okay. Nice. Alright, so we have Hunter's Mark here. That's a 90% chance. This might be a killing shot. Oh. Oh, great. Okay. So now Lae'zel with an 80% chance to end this from range. So we'll do that. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to end her turn. Let the the goblin boss move toward me. Oh, nice. Okay, went after... And this is obviously too far for Gale to do anything from this location, but I don't need Gale to do anything. So we're just going to end his turn. I think it's probably too far here. It's a 30% chance to hit. Let's just go ahead and move up. Okay. Get a cantrip. Or. Okay. Now we can... I don't know how far it is. Too far. So... all I can do here is cast dash. Going to go here. Jump to here. We're going to go down to the bottom of the ladder. And move up as far as we can. Okay. Then Lae'zel's gonna move up as far as she can.
Let it guide me.
And take a 50% shot here. Nice. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so again, we want to get them off of the bridge. And because the bridge is able to be damaged. So that could be really bad. 50% chance to hit, another 50% chance to hit, so either way it's the same. Go with the higher damage. Okay. Move here, we're gonna reapply Hunter's Mark. And take a shot. 49%, not very good. Oh, Oh, wow. Nice. Critical hit. Perfect.
My blood had just
Okay.
started to boil.
That ends the confrontation. Now we'll bring Gale down here. And we'll get everybody grouped back up.
Don't waste a step.
Okay. So, just holding Alt here, looking around. Okay, so we'll go up here and search Rozak. Oops. Okay. Wood shield, we'll just pick that up. Okay, so let's search the Night Warden here. Cure wounds, always good. Mirror image, interesting. I don't use it very much. Cyanide. Once per short rest, when the wielder misses an attack, the target is encased in fairy fire. So you get in close with with this weapon and you attack with it. If you miss, then the target is encased in fairy fire, and fairy fire is a spell that it encases whoever you cast it on in light, so all incoming attacks have advantage against that target. So it's very powerful. It's just you have to get within melee range to use it. We're gonna put it on Lae'zel, or I mean on Shadowheart, because she's the one that's proficient in that sort of stuff. So we've got a bunch of drow items here, which are really good. Spider silk armor is really cool. It's a light armor with stealth +1 and advantage on Constitution saving throws. So really, really cool. It's just nobody that I have currently in the party is going to be using it very much. The Amulet of Misty Step is one of the best items in the game, just flat out. When you're wearing it, you can cast Misty Step as a spell, and Misty Step just allows you to get to so many places. It's just not funny how many different places it allows you to get to. So we're gonna put the drow leather stuff on Lae'zel. It's probably gonna end up going back to our camp, but now we've got some potions and some other things to look at. We're gonna look at the war map here. We've already gone through this. So forest supplies hovers over an arrow pointing to the forest just to the camp's east, beneath in small letters beneath the laurel. So it gives you an option or a clue that there's a cache somewhere beneath the laurel. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, and there is a gilded chest back here. And you get the water sparkers. These are another lightning charge based item. Basically, whenever you're standing in water during combat, the water becomes electrified. And then the next turn, since that water's now electrified and you're standing in it, you're going to gain 3 lightning charges just for standing in it. So these are going to go to my ranger. It's just not something that you utilize very much. Right now, there's no reason not to use them just because it's got regular leather boots on right now. But you'll kind of see what it is. It can be useful because I'm getting 2 lightning charges from the jolt shooter. I'm getting 3 lightning charges from the water sparkers at the start of a turn. So if you gain those 5 lightning charges, you're going to do an additional 1d8 lightning damage. So it can increase your damage output to a certain extent It's just very, very situational in how it's used. Okay, so blur. The Amulet of Misty Step is something I'm going to keep available to me, and I'm going to swap out the Oncoming Pendant with the Amulet of Misty Step before I get into combat. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to send all these to camp right now, because they are going to be worn, just not by me. Okay, I think that's it for now. So we've taken out the second of 3 without alerting anybody to our presence. Now we do have another room in here. The way to get into that room is either from around here, or you can climb up here and then climb down this ladder.
Right. What would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Okay. And we have some sarcophagi in here. There is another wardroom. So I think what I'm going to do is see if I can toggle the group, go into hiding, up here.
Ignore them and be happy they didn't throw you to the spiders yet.
Take a shot at the wardroom.
There's a time and a place for smashing, but it appears this isn't it.
Okay, so they did see me.
Locked up.
Okay, so I should just probably take this fight. Was going to kill them anyway. I just don't think I want to.
A quick transaction and
Yeah, I just don't want to. It's a bad position for me to be in. Taking that fight. I'd prefer to take that fight from over here instead. And search for Strut here. He's over to Lazo as well. And there's Ocean of Lightning Resistance. Just holding alt here, looking at what's around. Okay, so we're gonna that scimitar, move it here. The book, put it into Gale. I don't think I've ever read this. Propaganda. Alright, so now I can head around this way.
One day I'll catch a break.
Okay. I can deal with this.
This calls for careful footwork.
Okay, I'm going to get my Raven back out. Put my Raven in hide. Alright. So now I've got these 3 from a more advantageous position. And again, here's another one of those
Become spider food.
indicators of what needs to happen with the puzzle. Okay, so I don't have anybody coming around behind me. I don't think that Ozag comes this way. He does not. Oh, not moving anybody out of stealth. So I'm going to... wanted to put the group apart. I do want to move Lae'zel into a position here. I don't want Gale to be exposed yet. I'm going to kick this off, and I'm going to move my Raven out front. Okay. And I'm going to kick this off.
Certainly won't be because of your beautiful eyes.
So I've got ranged, ranged,
What do they need to be looking at any of us for?
and ranged. So they're all going to be ranged. So let's just go ahead and kick this off.
You're being arrested for assault. Judging by the look on this guard's face, you're getting off lightly.
Okay, so I'm going to initiate the attack. Just a lot of people see where my initiative goes. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. I rolled bad on initiative. Okay. So, from here, reapply Hunter's Mark. So, start by... This is going to be the next one to attack. Let's see if I can get... Let's brace for this. See if I can get a high damage roll out of it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Yes. Alright. Now I can move in here. You're not getting away from me. That one's done. Okay, now I'm gonna move back out here. Maybe she'll attack her. Yep. Did. Perfect. Gonna fly out here. Get off a red vision. Nice. Reapply Hunter's Mark. Get a big ranged attack in here. Outstanding.
Need to find a way forward.
Okay.
What's in
Do
here?
some looting here real quick. All right. So okay, so now I can loot the skeleton in there. Okay, so it was just enough space for me to be able to loot the skeleton, which I did. Okay. So, holding alt, just looking around. Check this sarcophagus. Nothing. This one. Nothing. Okay. Now we've got a door over here. And it's probably time I save. And again, more clues about what's happening. Okay. And this takes us into the warg pens. Now here is where things are going to get very, very interesting. So this is your final place you want to be. So I'm not going to go through this yet. If you trigger this, it's a no way back type of scenario.
Anything of use?
But what I'm going to do is... Oh, nice. Nice. Didn't expect that. Okay, so you now have resistance to poison damage, and resistance means you only take half damage from that type of attack, so that's nice. So, what I'm going to do now is
Just bash him somewhere else.
get myself in a position
I thought the bleeding was the point.
to go after the next leader. Okay. So is everybody up here? Yes. No. Who is not up here? Gale is not up here. Why is he still hidden? Jeez, what are you doing? Sometimes I love this game. So I think how we're going to finish the stream out is we're going to get everybody in position for the attack on the last goblin leader here. And then we will end the stream until next week. And next week we will start off with that fight, because we just don't have enough time to go through and do this full fight.
Wonder if
here.
the gods are watching me.
But we are going to get everybody in position for it, and that position is going to be by taking up spots up here, to a certain extent. What I mean by that is, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a heal here. Okay, that's enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and split the group. And we'll jump up here. And what I mean by that is that there are certain areas up here which can be damaged and you will fall through. So this area here cannot be damaged. There's no support for it. So it's always good to kind of walk around and target some things and see what are supported that can be damaged and you can fall through and what can't. Okay? So moving myself into a position to be safe from a certain amount of attacks. If you're farther back where they can't see you, then you can't be targeted. But at the same time, I can still trigger attacks from these locations. Lae'zel doesn't do much good being up here. So what I'm actually going to do is take Lae'zel and jump her back here, take her down, and get her in a position where she can stop any attacks that are going to come out this door.
Quickly then.
Let me work my magic.
And then Gale.
With ease.
Going to move him. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. So Gale is not going to be able to take advantage of this high ground. Oh, yeah, he can. Okay, good. I didn't want to leave him down there. I'm going to move him all the way over here. And when I do, I'm going to again check around and see if there are any supports for this. Doesn't look like there are, so he can move up here. And I can move him out, make attacks, and then move him back. Shadowheart's going to do the same thing.
Got to press on.
Okay, can move her down here. And I want to separate them. I don't want them all to be ganged up in the same location while we're going through this. So, all right, and I think that gets me some good layouts. We are going to immediately trigger these things off by seeing if we can do some damage with these braziers. So here looks like we could possibly get a couple of people underneath this one. We are also going to want to take out that war drum. So I can try and do that with Jorvalen from her hidden location right now, which is good. And then we'll see if any of these other braziers come into play as we go through the encounter, and maybe we can utilize some of them to take some other people out. So I think that's gonna leave us off at a good point. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. And we will hop back into this next week on the stream. Hop right back in with some action to get us started right off. So, again, I wanted to say thank you again to everybody, like I always do. Your viewing of these streams is incredibly important to the channel, and I certainly appreciate all of you who have been watching along with me. It certainly has been a lot of fun to play through this, and I hope it's fun for you guys to see how these things go. It's certainly interesting to go through portions of this gameplay and see how I play them compared to how you guys might play them in your playthroughs, and that's what's interesting here. So if you have any comments about how I've done things versus how you've done things, please feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll respond as best I can, and maybe it'll modify how I go through things coming up in the future playthroughs. So on that note, again, everybody, just want to say thanks, and I will see you next week. Till then, Commander Jorval signing off.